Thank you. Congratulations to all our scholarship winners and those amazing pictures of your smiling faces. So, would everyone please rise and remove your hats as Rose Arisman of Missouri is going to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so brightly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I love this moment. Truly.
Graduates, SCIVIS graduates, today is the end of a very special week, which is the favorite for all the people who work in the various departments at the center. I have heard staff comment on how much some of you have grown since last year. I see the unending support from your chaperones and have enjoyed hearing the stories from past SCIVIS participants as friends have gotten back together to reminisce and to create new experiences. This week truly feels like family, and we love how much you have grown this week, which is obviously apparent from the confidence that you are exuding and the way that you carry yourself as the week has progressed. This week, you have been led by some amazing men and women who have done everything to educate you, inspire you, but hopefully challenge you just a little bit to get out of your comfort zone. I'm now going to turn it over to those men and women who know you best, your team leads. Please hold your applause until all names are read for the teams. First up, starting with Team Andromeda, led by Andrew.
My name is Andrew Moffett, and I, along with Amanda McBride, had the special opportunity and exciting privilege of leading Team Andromeda this week. Now, Team Andromeda is made of people from all over the country and, in fact, all over the world, many of whom didn't know each other before this week. But it's amazing to see how a team comes together. We couldn't throw enough challenges at them. Every mission, every project, they did excellently. I'm really excited to have been given the opportunity to lead this team. And now, before we graduate, and since we're first, I'd like to close by saying that Team Andromeda is the best, and I'm very proud of you guys, and I'm excited, so let's graduate. From your left to right. Angelique, wait, from Belize. Austin Schwan, from Missouri. Sebastian Ramsaron, from Trinidad. Tiger Patton, from Missouri. Hazel Myers, from Missouri. Brandon Hunt, from Missouri. Ryan Holroyd, from South Carolina. BJ Hayes, from Alabama. Zach Glasgow, from Alabama. Parker Givens, from Missouri. Sveta Ellers, from Kansas. Nathan Deeds, from Missouri. Francesca Chicotto, from Canada. And Latifa Adelkin, from Missouri. I present to you Team Andromeda.
Sorry. Sometimes this perfect train gets off the track.
All right, good evening, guys. My name is Kristen Reagan, and I, along with Richard Rogers, had the honor and privilege of leading Team Ares this week. When Richard and I first trained in as crew trainers back in January, we heard all about SCIVIS and how amazing it is. And Richard and I both feel the same when I say that words cannot do justice to this week, much like words cannot do justice to this team. But that does not mean that I'm not going to try. So, we have had a truly out-of-this-world experience this week. These guys may come from all over, but they truly became a team. They worked together to tackle every astronaut simulator, mission, and rocket build. They even teamed up to call Richard out for his lack of Harry Potter knowledge, but they soon gave him a quick lesson in that. They also tried to play a couple pranks on me, but that's fine, it's fine. And I know that at least my girls, every time they hear a knock-knock joke from now on, instead of answering with who's there, they will answer crew trainer. But what impressed me the most and made my heart swell with pride was how they confronted their problems, their issues this week. Anytime they came across anything, any kind of obstacle that came in their way, they worked together. They talked it out, they found the best solution, and they pushed forward. Among this group stands our future scientists, engineers, mathematicians, teachers, and maybe even a couple of astronauts from what I hear. And parents, friends, family, if you see your trainee up here, just know that you should be very, very proud because they're going to have a lot to tell you. So, I wish I could stand up here and tell you everything, but I'll let them tell you on your way home. So, as much as I hate to see them go, I am very proud of them. So, I guess I will graduate them. So, Team Aries, it is time to graduate. All right, I guess. All right. Up first, we have Canyon Bland from West Virginia. Andrew Fass from New Jersey. Desiree Giesbricht from Canada. Emma Griffith from West Virginia. Sean Meek from New York. Brooke Petro from Kansas. Isaac Rasky from Illinois. Sophia Ripstein from Florida. Ian Scroggs from West Virginia. Ava Sheriff from Massachusetts, not Michigan. Townsend Stemple from West Virginia. Charlie Strawn from Alabama. Jalen Thompson from Texas. John Todd from Tennessee. Madison White from Texas. Evan Wilkerson from North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest members of the Mars generation, Team Aries. Up next, we have Colton with Team Luna.
Hello, my name is Colton Harbin, and along with my AIM crew trainer, Sweets, we led Team Luna. First of all, I'd like to give a thank you to all of our chaperones that helped us throughout the week. This journey was an adventure of life, of confidence, of self-empowerment, and of friendship. We learned about the mysteries and truths about space, and eventually we learned those things about us. I would have to say that this team has been a blessing to me. I learned that if you believe in yourself, try your best, you can do anything. Always, always push your abilities to their max. Let your spirit take you to infinity and beyond. Make me proud, Team Luna. Let's graduate. Anthony Ashby, Missouri. Jairi Elliott, Missouri. Anastasia Gray, Missouri. Mary Hefty, Missouri. Heidi Kladova, Missouri. Thanasis Vasopoulos, Greece. Tamir Pesahovic, Florida. Yanis John Bolidnifis, Greece. Logan Posey, Missouri. Janeth Richard, St. Lucia. Sean Schroeder, Missouri. Richard Chincher, Missouri. Kensington Willis, Missouri. Reagan Wright McAfee, Missouri. Team Luna. Up next, we have Keith with Team Phobos.
On behalf of U.S. Space and Rocket Center, I'd like to welcome you to graduation tonight. And I'll talk about Team Phobos. This week, I, Keith Hawthorne, along with Amy Valerie, had a distinct privilege working with these individuals, young people who I'm very proud of. And the thing that I would like for them to understand is that I'm glad you had a chance to experience some of the things that we expect of astronauts, like good character, taking on tasks and finishing jobs after we give them to you. Very important, working as a team. And so I was glad to see that develop in you. Let you know we're very proud of you. And as you go back to your various schools and homes, won't you tell your classmates about the experiences that you had while you were here at the Rocket Center. And in part, I'd like to take this with you. Always be the example for others to follow. Knowing that, it's time to graduate, Team Phobos. We have first Andrew Bush from Tennessee, Jordan Evans from Alabama, Gracie Galen from Tennessee, Lotus Getz from Virginia, Ahmed Hanman from Texas, Landon Hussey from Alabama, Brian Lopez from Texas, Lily O'Rourke from Australia, Olivia Wilkerson, North Carolina, Nia Williams from Alabama, and Trent Williams from Alabama. Congratulations, Team Phobos. And now I'd like to turn it over to Mark with Team Demos. Come on, Mark.
My name is DeMarcus Pope. It's been my pleasure to lead Team Demos with a morning crew trainer, Abby. The first day I met everyone was very quiet to themselves, but throughout this week, everyone has become close friends. It's a very great sight to see every day how they become more talkative and more friendly every day. This week was very interesting. It will be my favorite week. I will miss everyone dearly. Even though I have a few trainees that challenge me to a dance-off and sing-off, which I'm going to win regardless, but we're going to leave it as that. With that, let's graduate Team Demos. First up, we have Alicia Broughton from Maryland. We have Charlie Chawa from Massachusetts. We have Tom Gerasi from Massachusetts. We have Nicholas Green from Georgia. We have Chance Lyons from Maryland. We have Victoria Dongo from Massachusetts. We have Asulu Osu Onyali from Maryland. We have Asa Rogers from Illinois. We have Jaden Schnofner from Canada. We have Julia Stockberger from Maryland. We have Isabella Wadden from Illinois. Congratulations, Team Demos. Next up, we have Kate with Team Elysium.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you all to the night these trainees have worked so hard for. My name is Katie Knable, and along with Ricky Jenkins Jr., we had the phenomenal luck to be paired with these 15 young people in front of you today. Every member of Team Elysium has a personality that is completely different from the person standing next to them. Watching these young men and women get to know each other and mesh into one cohesive unit has been a very special experience for me and for Ricky. I don't think I've ever had as much fun with the team as I had with these 15, as in learning that Katie apparently does not constitute as my actual name. I am Caitlin, and when ears have problems, we have problems. These group of trainees are very curious, and as an overall one cohesive unit, and I have greatly enjoyed my time with them. I am going to miss them all so much. And I know for several of us, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. For others, it is something that we look forward to every single year. Either way, I hope you all take the memories from this week and use them to continue to grow as individuals, and that you will treasure them always. And now, for the last time, Team Elysium, here we go, here we go, here we go. Up first, we have Oscar Cantiano, Elizabeth from Costa Rica, Elizabeth Carroll from Missouri, Seyun Choi from Missouri, Ariana Dredd from Missouri, Cora Gertsch from Missouri, Merlin Hanoi from Belgium, Nicolina Andrea Halhosh from Romania, Ryan Karam from Trinidad and Tobago, Alan Moldova from Romania, Sumit Patel from India, Farah Sadek from Canada, Kevin Solano Ortega from Costa Rica, Mia Spitalarelli from Belgium, love you Mia, Shabam Tandon from India, and Carter Tem from Missouri. I present to you Team Elysium. Up next, we have Justin Goss with Team Marineris.
Didn't know how to pronounce it. I was going now with the R of Spitaleri. But she did well. She's a great crew trainer. Yeah.
All right. Good evening. My name is Justin Goss, and along with our day trainer, Brianna Moncoeur, I have experienced the absolute pleasure of leading Team Marineris throughout this unforgettable experience. We had a plethora of challenges set before us and overcame each one of them in our own classy ways. There were many infield promotions at Area 51, screams of excitement in the UAT, medical anomalies that went haywire, and random chants started in the cafeteria. This eager team of trainees kept me on my toes at all times. I am beyond grateful for the opportunity afforded to me to lead this team of high schoolers and recent graduates through this once-in-a-lifetime adventure. While I hope that I was able to teach you a thing or two this week, I can surely tell you that you taught me more than you'll ever know. Thank you, Team Pasta Sauce, for letting me be a part of your team. Now, let's graduate. First, we have Kobe Berglund from Iowa, Seth Berglund from Iowa, Joseph Boggs from Kentucky, Benji Gulliford from Australia, Candy Herrera from Tennessee, Aaron Hall from West Virginia, Alexandria Louie from Oklahoma, William Lowry from Alabama, Alec Olson from Minnesota, Ron Piercy II from Alabama, Hope Robinson from West Virginia, Sam Tupi from Minnesota, and Rochelle Zampella from Oklahoma. Congratulations, Team Marineris. Next, we have Camille with Team Issidis.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Camille Woods, and I, along with their daytime crew trainer, Casey Davis, call sign Koala, had the enormous pleasure of leading Team Issidis, also known as Team Author, Insidious, and Isosceles, depending on who you asked. From the moment I met this team, I could tell we were definitely in for a great week. Never have I ever had a team come together so effortlessly to tackle challenges such as overcoming tumble spins on the MAT, defying gravity on the moon, and building landers, rovers, and heat shields to protect our astronauts. And although we may have lost a few eggs along the way, one thing we never lost was our team's zeal and courageous spirit. Team Issidis. This week we had teammates swim for the very first time in their lives, climb to heights higher than they've ever climbed, and we even had one teammate explore depths of the UAT that no other SCIVIS trainee has ever been brave enough to do. And for me to say that Casey and I are extremely proud of you would truly be an understatement. As I wrap up, I'd like to leave you all with this quote. Whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, just remember how far you've come. Remember everything you've faced, all the battles you've won, and the fears you've overcome. So I challenge each of you to keep overcoming your fears just as you've done each day at Space Camp. So with that, Team Issidis, let's graduate. Starting with Anthony Bynum, Massachusetts. Lizzie Capelli, Connecticut. Makai Kuthman, Michigan. Yanni Edgar, New York. Leonardo Gil Ruiz, the Dominican Republic. Olivia Hernandez, Texas. Anderson Interiano, Massachusetts. Cami Jackson, Texas. Arthur James, St. Lucia. Dora Zhang, Texas. Jordan Lister, Texas. Thomas Raines, Oklahoma. And Brenna Stocknick, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Team Issidis. Up next, we have William Smeagol leading Team Alba.
All right, good evening. My name is William Smiggle, and along with Macy, their morning time crew trainer, we had the pleasure of leading Team Alba. Alba, you have all been amazing this week. It was awesome seeing how all of you worked awesome with each other, especially in a lot of your activities. From Saturday to Sunday, there wasn't a single hour where there wasn't laughing, especially from Lauren over here. No, but that laughter I will never forget. From sliding in and out of the bathroom on Enterprise to drowning in sewage on the International Space Station, this team has had plenty of lows, but they have had many more highs. Like every single one of them was able to go all the way up to the top of the zip line and zip all the way down. And every single one of them challenged themselves or surpassed their goals on the Pamper pole as well, including Gagne over here, over there, who actually made it all the way to the top this year when he passed what he wanted to do. But you guys were awesome, especially when it came to your lunar X Prize, where you guys were actually able to protect your egg despite the fact that your lunar lander broke on impact. But you guys were actually awesome. I would love to see some of you guys again next year, and unfortunately, I do have to graduate you guys. Oh, Lauren. Up first is Tanis Alsobrook from West Virginia. Danye Archer from Oklahoma. Dalton Bear from Washington. Jasmine Barker from West Virginia. Andrew Bennett from West Virginia. Clayton Campsey from Texas. Lauren Clem from West Virginia. Kelsa Glover from West Virginia. Caitlin Rayleigh from West Virginia. Yvonne Soto from Illinois. Colin Sweeney from West Virginia. Josiah Traeger from Maryland. And Quentin Williams from New York. Congratulations, Team Alba. Up next is Mark Simpson with Team Axel.
Only one. Yeah. Small one. It's a new program.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark Simpson, night team leader for Team Axel. I would also like to thank my day team leader, Stephanie Clark, along with the supporting robotics lab staff, Daniel, Nick, Jonathan, Bradley, as well as chaperones, Laura, Lisa, and many others. Team Axel is named for that other fundamental component that helps make wheeled vehicles roll, the humble axle. The ladies and gentlemen that have made up Team Axel came from diverse areas of the U.S., from the Midwest to the Southwest. They have also brought forth an interesting collection of traits. Imagination, such as a robot mouse catcher that catches computer mice, a robotic cop that can chase you and slap its handcuffs on you if you reach too close. Inspiration, such as the way each one of you jumps in to help one another, and we just saw that just a moment ago. Innovation, such as making a Lego hand trowel mounted onto a robot to move a big meteorite. Determination.
From this point on. So, determination, not giving up when that hand towel falls off the robot or its track links break. Optimism, not looking at the daily challenges as something to overcome, but looking at them as opportunities to learn and grow. All these traits make you all heroes to me. Of course, for the robotic staff, folks, we all know what hero means. With that, I am proud to graduate the members of Team Action. First, we have Okay. First, we have Alba, Missouri. Jacob Bell from Missouri. Colton Wine from Missouri.
Anthony Cooper from Georgia. Let me continue, I'm sorry. Michael Jones from Maryland. Oh, okay. Oh, I said Jerry Day, did I? Oh, I'm sorry. Sam Harper from West Virginia. And Jerry Day from West Virginia, I'm sorry. Danny Meza from Illinois. Michael Jones from Maryland. Danny Beza from Illinois. Cassandra Shreve from West Virginia. Iowa Spetcher from Illinois. And last but not least, Elizabeth Winfield from Texas. This is the awesome Team Axel. Up next we have, with the Global Hawks, Gouda.
Hello, everyone. My name is May McLaughlin, call sign Buddha, and I, alongside my day team leader, Kaylin Hampton, call sign Goldie, led Team Global Hawk. The 15 trainees before you come from Canada, Ireland, and the United States. The past week has been one of the most humbling experiences I have been a part of. The constant laughter radiating from this team was contagious, and you couldn't help but have a smile across your face. I witnessed this team face obstacles they thought they could never accomplish and finish them with flying colors. The word inspiring is remotely close to describing this group. Thank you for this week and being so amazing. I have enjoyed my time with each of you, even if it included getting pushed off a raft into the water. Thanks, guys. I hope you all leave here with some new knowledge of aviation and know a mile of a highway will take you just 1 mile, but a mile of a runway will take you anywhere. And with that, let's graduate. Up first is Tessa Accord, call sign Crush from West Virginia. Zachariah Allen, call sign Red Dawn from West Virginia. Denise Boucher, call sign Wicked from Missouri. Jaden Burrows, call sign Striker from Maryland. Tevin Crawford, call sign Switch from Montana. Trenton Elkins, call sign Cheesecake from Missouri. Noel Dobbs, call sign Offmal from Missouri. Sorry, Offmal, I always say it wrong, my bad, sorry. Austin Johnson, call sign Jaguar from Missouri. Brandy Maggie, call sign Flyer from Louisiana. Audrey Mattingly, call sign Bruise from West Virginia. Amar O'Brien, call sign Terminator from Louisiana. Gabriel Shelkey, call sign Raptor from Canada. Connor Vetter, call sign Tanker from West Virginia. Claire Wright, call sign Pink Lady from Missouri. And Max Fulham, call sign Kerrygold from Ireland. Up next is Chance McVeigh, call sign Mace with the Argonauts.
Good evening, SCIVIS. My name is Chance McVeigh, call sign Mace, and along with my partner, Norval Super Soaker Reed, I have had the unique pleasure of leading Team Argonauts. This week is very, very special to us at Space Camp and Aviation Challenge, and it's made even more special to me as this is my last AC team. I've watched these inspiring individuals come here as strangers, tackling every challenge they faced, and in the end, creating what I'm sure will be lifelong friendships. I've borne witness to some amazing things this week. I watched one of my totally blind trainees win every drill and ceremony competition. That same trainee went on to kill one of our guards in their nighttime FTX operation. Coming to camp costs money. Killing a guard without knowing you even did is priceless. I've learned a lot from these guys, and I can only hope that they've learned as much from me. And while it does sadden me to see them go, I take solace in knowing they will go on to achieve greatness. So with that being said, let me please introduce Samuel Borick, call sign Snow Pickle from Massachusetts. Judy Charles, call sign Journal from Georgia. Quentin Jones, call sign Prankster from Georgia. Trinity Lewis, call sign Poofball from Oklahoma. Arian Moore, call sign Nurse from Georgia. Nicole Motley, call sign Gummy Bear from Missouri. Noah Nitsa, call sign Rock and Roll from Georgia. Jacob Rockledge, call sign Composer, Missouri. Benjamin Stade, call sign Roadrunner from Australia. And Cassidy Storston, call sign Medic from Montana. And even though they couldn't be here tonight, we also had Damon Norris, call sign Detective, and Dylan Norris, call sign Motorhead. But with that, give it up for Team Argonauts. And last but not least, we have John Basham, call sign Huggies with the Vigilantes.
Vigilantes on your feet!
Hello, everybody. My name is JD Basham, call sign Huggies, and along with Taylor Evans, call sign Derry, and our morning team leader, Jonathan Doherty, call sign Etsy, we have had the privilege of leading the team now known as the Vigilantes, and it has truly been an honor. As I'm sure most people here know, SCIVIS is probably the most anticipated week of the year at Space Camp and Aviation Challenge. This is because of the caliber, the heart, and motivation of the campers that attend it. I believe that was proved true over this past week. The goal of AC, Aviation Challenge, is to instill pride, professionalism, and leadership in today's youth for tomorrow's future. This team showed pride when they refused to be beaten by any obstacle, like the Pamper Pole, which is 420 gummy bears tall. They exhibited professionalism when it came to interactions with their peers on their own team and on the other teams, as well as chaperones and all the staff here at the Rocket Center. Lastly, they displayed leadership when they worked together on the combat missions in the Sims, navigating each other through the woods to accomplish their mission, or assisting each other on the ropes course to succeed in different tasks. Something you hear a lot at Aviation Challenge is, this is Aviation Challenge, not Aviation Easy. That's something we always say down there. It applies to both the cadets and to the counselors and crew trainers. However, this week, these guys made it easy for me. They worked together, they were kind and courteous, and they were quite hilarious. I'm proud to give you the Vigilantes. Up first, we have Alexander Almaraz, call sign Humpty Dumpty, from Texas. Tamaria Brooks, call sign Mouse, from Georgia. Kayla Burrows, call sign Joker, from Maryland. Michael Hayes, call sign Cap, from Ireland. Jordan Mahoney, call sign Pyro, from Ireland. Trey Martin, call sign Rocky, from Texas. James Parsons, call sign Rooster, from West Virginia. Danny Roberts, call sign Siri, from Georgia. Ahmad Shafi, call sign Venom Snake, from Illinois. Tiffany Smith, call sign Green Gummy Bear, from Georgia. Gabriel Sweeney, call sign Joyride, from Ireland. Nicole Verikis, call sign Malou, from Texas. Adria Venson, call sign Sagittarius, from Georgia. And lastly, Colton Asbury, call sign Tabasco, from West Virginia. I give you the Vigilantes. Up next, we have Catherine Shelton, who will take it away.
As our final team makes their way to their seats, you've just joined a family of over 800,000 graduates. The idea for Space Camp was started by Dr. Warner von Braun himself because he wanted you to keep being curious, keep asking questions, and keep moving forward because you are our next generation of scientists, engineers, fighter pilots, adventurers, educators, and explorers. So, welcome to our Space Camp Aviation Challenge family. Now it's time to move to the awards. If I call your team for an award, I need the commander, the patrol leader, or the logistics supervisor to come up and accept the award for your team. I know. All right, so our first award is the Commander's Cup. The Commander's Cup is given to a team that exemplifies teamwork and the ability to perform beyond your peers. These teams have earned points in such things as professionalism on your missions, your scientific knowledge, Area 51, and your various presentations. For Space Camp, the Commander's Cup goes to Team Aries. For Space Academy, Team Phobos. And for Advanced Academy, Team Elysium. Our next award is Outstanding Team. The Outstanding Team is given to the team in each program that has outstanding team spirit. You work well together and you've come to make one cohesive team. You are positive role models and your energy is infectious. For Space Camp, the Outstanding Team, Team Andromeda. Space Academy, Team Luna. And Advanced Academy, Team Issidis. Our next award is called Prime Contract. And the Prime Contract is for the robotics team where each of the trainees form a company that design, build, and control unique robots to overcome the many obstacles that we have put in their way. They have a budget and they have to balance their costs. You have to have earned a certain amount of bolts to qualify for the prime contract. And Team Axel earned enough points to get the prime contract. If I could have the logistics supervisor come and accept for your team. Our next award is the Flag Award, and the Flag Award is given to the team that exemplifies teamwork and the ability to perform beyond their peers. This team has earned points in team competitions like their land missions and their air missions. This week's Aviation Challenge Flag Award for Mach 2 goes to Global Hawk. Mach 3, Argonauts. The next award is the Admiral's Cup, and it is given to the team in program that shows outstanding team spirit. They work together and they have built a strong team identity. The team strives to be positive role models to others and have great attitudes. This week's Aviation Challenge Admiral's Cup goes to the Vigilantes. Now the next awards are individual awards. So when I call your name, I need you to come up and accept your award. The first one is the Right Stuff. And the Right Stuff is given to an outstanding trainee for the week in the various programs. It is given in honor of our early space and fighter pilots who have sacrificed in the early space program as test pilots. We give the Right Stuff Award to the Space Camper or Aviation Challenge who shows some of the same characteristics and traits of those brave pioneers. Space Camp Right Stuff goes to Madison White, Team Aries. For Space Academy, Samari Pisakovic, Team Luna. And for Advanced Academy, Cora Gertsch, Team Elysium. Our next award is called the Hero Award, the Human Excellence Reward Ornament. And this is given by the robotics staff to a trainee who best embodies our quintessential qualities of imagination, inspiration, innovation, determination, and optimism. If someone can truly embold those qualities, nothing can stand in their way. This week's Hero Award goes to Cassandra Shreve, Team Axel. The Top Gun Award, the Right Stuff Award, is given to Aviation Challenge teams, as I mentioned earlier, who show the characteristics of our early test pilots as they worked in the space program and various other programs. For our Mach 2s, the Right Stuff goes to Gabriel Shrike, call sign Raptor from Global Hawk. Shelke. Sorry, Gabriel Shelke. And for Mach 3, James Parson, call sign Rooster from the Vigilantes. Now for our Top Gun Awards. This is the most coveted of all the awards at Aviation Challenge. It is given to the winner of our tournament-style competition where cadets compete head-to-head in a series of simulated dogfights. The first level of Top Gun is to be the best of your team, and from there, the top cadets from each team flies head-to-head to find out who is the best of the best. So, for Mach 2, the best of the best is Austin Johnson, call sign Jaguar from Global Hawk. And for Mach 3, it's a team effort. So we have Cassidy Stormerston, call sign Medic, and Sam Borek, call sign Snow Pickle from the Argonauts. While I would love to continue and give out more awards tonight, I actually need to call someone up to give out a couple of special awards. He is the coordinator of SCIVIS, and you all know him very well. And I would like to call Dan Oates to the stage to give out our next two awards.
Our first award tonight is a very special award for us because it honors some people who were very important to this program in the early years and continue to inspire us. So I will read what we have for the nomination form. Space Camp for Interested Visually Impaired Students awards a plaque each year to a special camper in honor of the contribution of Max Carpenter, retired superintendent at the West Virginia Schools for the Deaf and the Blind, and Kathy Johnson, a previous SCIVIS coordinator. Mr. Carpenter was responsible for the initiation of the program for the blind and visually impaired children in 1990. It was through his encouragement and efforts that the program continues today. Kathy Johnson was among the first teachers to visit Space Camp at the request of Ed Buckbee, former director of the U.S. Space and Rocket Center and founder of Space Camp. Kathy was the leader of the program during its infancy and was dedicated to making the program available to the blind and low vision children. Kathy retired in 2007 and passed away in November of 2010. The staff and the students of the West Virginia School for the Blind first attended Space Camp in 1990 with 20 students and 5 staff members. This year, 2017, is our 28th year. 174 campers from 24 states, Australia, Belgium, Belize, Canada, Costa Rica, Greece, India, Israel, Ireland, Romania, St. Lucia, and Trinidad Tobago are represented at SCIVIS. The Max Carpenter Kathy Johnson Award is given to the student who personifies the spirit of Space Camp and Aviation Challenge, and at the same time overcomes their personal obstacles to perform their duties and team assignments while maintaining the respect of their teammates and counselors. This is not the Right Stuff Award. I always ask the teachers and the crew trainers and other staff members at Space Camp and Aviation Challenge to write nominations for this award. I can honestly say, since we've been doing this, we have never received more nomination forms for one camper than we have this time. It's impossible to read all of these forms. But it just sort of goes without saying, if this many people are nominating, this would be the guy to give the award to. So without further ado, I would like Michael Hayes to come forward for this award.
Good evening. Sorry for the confusion. This last award is called the Golden Arrow Award. And it's presented, we started it about 4 years ago, and this is presented in honor of Dan Oates, in recognition of the fearless, selfless spirit that views obstacles and opportunities and people as teammates. To the trainee who takes on life with joy, optimism, energy, and determination, and is destined for success and will share that success with those willing to join them in the journey. This award is very near and dear and important to me because Dan spends countless hours getting ready for you guys to get here. He knows all of your names on paper, I promise, and he knows where you're from. So without further ado, I would like to present this award to Nicolina Andreas from Romania.
Now with that, we have one last individual award, and this is an internal award. It's called the Crew Trainer of the Week, and we got nominations for the Crew Trainer of the Week, so I need Colton Harbin to come up and accept his Crew Trainer of the Week. All right, so we need to do some thank yous. The first thank you goes to people who've been working way hard behind the scenes, and those are your chaperones and teachers. Our next thank you go to your parents. Some of them are here, some of them are eagerly waiting for you to come home. And last but not least, I know you guys can give a big shout out to your AM and PM team leads who've led you this week.
Okay, have your attention. Also, this program goes on every year and has a lot of work behind the scenes. Behind the scenes are the chaperones, which you've already thanked, but those chaperones provide a lot of help at home, not only here, but they're the ones that bring the students to the program. And there'd be no program without those chaperones. Also, behind the scenes is Jim Allen, Trina Britcher, Joni Treptow, Becky Coakley, and there's Bill Adams that came this year to help us out. And that's the staff. I've never been called bright, I've always been called resourceful, surrounding myself with people who do things better than I do. So that's how this works, and it continues to work. And I really want to thank them as much as I can for all the work and the efforts that they put into this program. So thank you all. Okay, we have a special guest tonight that we want to recognize. This gentleman's name is Nolan Brew, and Nolan is someone that you all need to know about, because back during the day when he grew up, things weren't quite as easy for those people who were blind or visually impaired. And you guys have it a whole lot better now than what some of the other folks did years and years ago. And I want you to, I've got his story here, and I want you to hear this. And he had his picture with the students with albinism. And I want you to hear Nolan's story. He was born in 1933 in Gonzales, Louisiana. Nolan Brew was one of 3 children with albinism in a family of 9 children. Because they were legally blind, the state of Louisiana wanted these children to be admitted to the State School for the Blind, which at that time focused on teaching Braille and manual work skills such as making brooms and etc. Nolan's father refused, insisting that they would have a normal education in a public school system in their small community, which proved to be a wise decision. When Nola graduated Pi Kappa Phi from Southeastern Louisiana University in 1957 with a degree in mathematics, he was immediately hired by the Army Ballistic Missile Agency, which is the precursor to NASA. After the Russian launch of Sputnik satellites in October and November of 1957, the ABMA was given 90 days by President Eisenhower to get an American satellite into orbit. Nolan was a part of a team of 3 headed by Dr. Joyce Neighbors on a project to produce a nomograph, which was used to determine the point of ignition of the upper stages of the Juno rocket, which placed Explorer 1 into orbit. The flight occurred on January 31st, 1958, 89 days from the start of the project. Nolan later did trajectory analysis research for Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo projects. One of the highlights of those years was the opportunity to make numerous presentations in person to Dr. Werner von Braun. Once a child considered by the state of Louisiana to be too handicapped to function outside of a protected environment, Nolan's accomplishments, both at NASA and his later career, offer inspiration for all who face challenges. His message is, and pay attention to this, find your passion, get the best education you can, and then never accept you can't do that as an answer. Those are very wise words. So I would like Mr. Nolan Brew to stand up. Everybody, please applaud a great man and a great engineer. Mr. Brew flew in from Houston just to attend this graduation ceremony tonight. So after some of the parents or teachers want to chat with him, I'm sure he'll be glad to talk with you after graduation is over. I'll turn it back over to Catherine Shell.
That concludes our graduation.